I said before, I believe in our team. I do believe in our team. And we're going to work hard to make our team better. And I hope the players respond the right way. And it's not going to be for you. The fans, yes. Because if it was up to you, we're 6 foot under already. We're dead and buried and gone. Gone. And just because you got beat on the last play, that can't affect the next play. Or that's breaking you. Your frustration is breaking you. Just because you miss a block, or you get blocked, or you miss a tackle, or you fumble the ball. What does it take to break you?
Everything you put into it is right out in front of you. Let's go get this thing.
And good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy post-Thanksgiving to you. It's your boy, it's Piano Man, Roll Tide to you. We are one sleep and a few hours away of brunch and a couple of snacks and the barbecue. And we have liftoff between the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn, whatever they're calling themselves these days. But it doesn't matter what they call themselves, is what they're going to answer to, and is who they're going to answer to when the Alabama Crimson Tide comes to town. That's right, Roll Tide, everybody. And if you're not a Tide fan, just go. Good morning to you. I'm your boys, Piano Man. Happy Friday to you, whatever color it is, red, blue, yellow, green, uno, whatever color, black, white, red, pink, it doesn't matter, green, it doesn't matter. If you're an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, today's color is crimson, and that's the way it is. Because what? Why? Because the Alabama Crimson Tide said so. That's right. Now, we're not going to be on here long today because today is shopping day, but for Piano Man, today is fishing day, and every day is a fishing day when it comes to Piano Man. Yes, sir. We're going fishing, probably going fishing, do a little fishing today. I still got a little homework to do. And then, but nothing gets in the way of some good old-fashioned fishing. But before we go any further, let's go over. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving on yesterday. Hope everyone spend time with your family. Family is important. And not only family is important, but family is precious. And so always spend time with your family. But before we go over here, I want to say hello to my other family over here, the Long Run Nation family. Yeah, Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. Good morning, my brother in Roll Tide, DSGB 84. My brother representing them dogs out of Georgia. Yes, sir. Good morning unto you. Travelpreneur Sports Podcast. Good morning and Roll Tide to you. Again, Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. Nicholas Harden, Roll Tide to you, my brother. Good morning, Gwen. What the business is, you know. Quit playing, girl. Roll Tide to you. Hey, Latoya. Wait a minute. Hold it. She gets her own. She has her own. Yes, she does. Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Lord. And it's none other than Latoya and those honeybees. What's up, Latoya? And as a matter of fact, hey, good morning, Bishop. Let's get ready to work for a few minutes, bro. Let's get ready to do this doggone thing. Here we go for Bishop. Good morning, Bishop. And for those of you that don't know, Latoya and the Golden Girls there, not Latoya, but the Golden Girls there were in New York City on yesterday. That's right. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so they were in New York on yesterday. And so we're proud of them. That's right. Good morning, Truthful Jones. Good morning and roll tide to you. What the business is, truthful. You know, quit playing, girl. Don't play with me this morning. You already know what's up, truthful. Yes, Lord. Jeff Stapleton, good morning and roll tide to you. Mr. Jones, that's right. Up them trees, good morning and roll tide to you. That's right. Good morning, Bishop. What the business is, player.
What the business is.
Business
Yes.
is, man.
Hey,
Boy.
I done stuff. Now I'm ready to unload and get this activity in this weekend.
Okay, all right. Be careful there, Bishop. Watch out. Choice of words there.
Oh, my bad. Pause. Oh, it's rough in these parts. Rough in
Ooh,
these
it's rough
neighborhoods.
everywhere. Bruh, it's rough everywhere. The north, the south, the east, and the west. It don't make no difference. Bruh, it's rough in every part, bruh. It's rough in every part. Bishop,
No
man,
diddy.
I had to look,
No
Bishop
diddy.
having fun with you, man.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
everybody.
Hey, man, we got a birthday today. What?
What?
Big Dean.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Sad season, 28 years young. There you go, Big Dean. Man, welcome. Man, all Sagittarians hey, wait a minute. I got to do this right here. Today, Big Dean's birthday. It's Sagittarius season. All Sagittarians in the chat and everything represent now. Represent now. It's our time. It's our season.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's our time. It's our season. All the Sagittarians in the world unite. That's right. That's right. Happy birthday, Big Dean. And may the Lord bless you to see many, many more, my
Many
friend.
more. Yes.
Many more, man. Many more. Many more. I'm going to tell you what, Big Dean, and I'm pretty sure you can testify, bro. You probably had some friends that didn't quite make it to see where you are today. So for all of that, brother, that's enough to give God the praise right there. I'm just being
Yes.
honest with you, man. Just being honest with you. But let's go.
Happy birthday to
Birthday
you.
to you, Big
Happy
Dean.
birthday. Happy
Yes, sir.
birthday to you. Yeah, that's the song.
Stapleton. All right, we gone all the way to the top. Yes, sir. Nicole Covington. What the business is, girl, roll tide. Quit playing, girl. You know what the business is. You already know. Don't come up in here acting like you don't know. Uh-huh. Yeah, man. But we love you, Big Dean, man. Happy birthday to you. And I
Yeah,
know your
for sure,
family's
for
gonna
sure.
do you, and I know your family's gonna do you right, man. But your family do you right anyway. At least they supposed to. Yeah. Oh, okay. For Big Dean. Okay, this is gonna be for Big Dean right here. We don't pull him out much, but here we go, Big Dean. This for Big Dean right here. He's 28, y'all. He's 28. That's Big Dean.
Yeah,
That's for
that is
Big Dean.
awesome.
That's for Big Dean. But yeah, man, that's for Big Dean right there. But I can't reiterate the fact it's Sagittarius season. Yes, it is. And I'm the king of Sagittarius. That's me, man. I'm the king. And see, and if you go read up on a Sagittarian and everything, and listen, for all these deep folks out here, Bishop, for all these deep folks out here, it ain't like we practicing astrology and all that kind of stuff. No. It's all about because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I went and looked up the characteristics of a Sagittarian, I fit the bill. I fit the bill. I fit the bill. I really do. And it's a personality. It's a personality thing. And so we got the, but anyway, all Sagittarians, and not all Sagittarians are alike. We're not. But when you sum us all up, Bishop, yeah, 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 that's about the like Ray Charles would say, yeah, good morning. My sissy Kimberly Harmon is in the house. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Yep. I'm glad everybody's doing okay. Yeah. So, Truthful Jones, you in Columbus, Georgia, for real? Okay, cool. I got some friends there. Yeah. Oh wow. So, okay, I'm gonna let me start that right quick. I'm gonna start it. I will. We got a couple of items to do. We're not going to be on here long this morning because, like I said, I got a lot of things to do today. And but I just wanted to come on and share a few things with you. First of all, before we get started, Bishop, may we have a moment of silence.
Okay.
Bishop, you can say the final rites if you want to, or you can have a prayer, or you can have a laugh. It really doesn't matter to me. But I need to have a moment of silence, maybe for about 5 seconds. We want to just have this moment of silence for the Baltimore Ravens. I know we don't talk pro much on here, but there are two in particular people on here that I want to make sure that a wellness check is done for them. That's Dwight and Kimberly, my sissy, my producer. Dwight, my producer, my sissy Kimberly. Make sure somebody checks on them today. Welfare, DHS. Make sure that the Cincinnati Bengal police is watching over them today because they got their end towed up last night. Anytime the Baltimore Ravens get beat, it's a good day. It's a good day, Bishop. It's a good day. So, Bishop, if you will, would you please say just a quick prayer of whatever? And I'm going to end the prayer with something else. So, Bishop, go ahead and have a quick word of whatever for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, we can say they came, they tried, and they're no more. Can we say amen?
Quote the Raven, nevermore. And so for Dwight and for Kimberly and the rest of the Baltimore Ravens nation, I wish you nothing but the absolute worst. Amen. 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 I had to get that out there, Bishop. I couldn't wait to get that out there because I know all these Ravens fans was peacock proud going into this game. Oh, we gonna get Cincinnati. Cincinnati spanked y'all, and that game should have been even worse, man. I was sitting there just laughing. Only thing didn't bring me joy was that them darn Cowboys won yesterday. Them chumps,
Wait
chumps.
a
Wait a minute. Yeah, you know what? This is what I think of everybody from Dallas. This is just what I think of them. Anybody that likes the Cowboys, this is what I wait a minute, where are you at? This is what I think of you right here. Yeah, that's what I think of the Dallas Cowboys and their fans. That's what I think of them. So, I just wanted to throw that out there especially for Dwight and for Kimberly because they think that the Baltimore Ravens are the untouchables. They got touched last night. So with that being said, we're gonna hop to it. We're not gonna have but an hour show this morning and everything. Got a lot going. As the world is turning, good morning to you. Roll Tide. I know you ain't hearing it, but you heard it here first, Dwight. First, before we get started, let's address something right quick. And I know a lot of us don't want to. Well, you have no choice than to accept it we all know that Coach Shepard, Jamarcus Shepard, has now been hired as the head coach of Oregon State. When it boiled down to that, there were just that there were two finalists, Bishop and Jamarcus Shepard was one of them. I had this gut feeling that he was going to get it.
Yeah.
I had a gut feeling that he was going to get it. And I know we don't like it. We're at this point in the season where all hands on deck are needed. Now there are a lot of reports that are out there. No. Let me add this key word in. There are a lot of conflicting reports that are out there now, whether he will leave the team immediately or will he stay with the team for the rest of the year. I'm hearing conflicting reports, but time will tell. Matter of fact, this weekend will tell. But I look at that, Bishop, from a bittersweet perspective. From the bitter part, you hate to see it coming. That at this point in the year, or at any point in the year, that our coaches are poached, if you will, or and they take other jobs and everything, and we don't like to talk about that much, or we don't like to see that much, especially when we're right here. Roll Tide, Carlahan, what the business is, quit playing,
Especially
girl.
especially at this time of year when you're going into the playoffs. It's just the way they got everything, they're off kilter right now. And the NCAA need to get it back together.
They're way off kilter with the players, with the coaches, with the staff, with everything. And this is why they need to have a commissioner. There needs to be a commissioner.
Correct.
Bishop, and I know this is we're going to give. I'm giving Coach Shep his due. I'm giving him his thanks and everything, because on the sweet side of that, mostly every coach wants to be a head coach somewhere. That's their what's the word? That's their dream. That's their hopes. Those are their aspirations. They want to coach. They want the opportunity to be the guy in charge. So that shows me two things. First of all, it shows me, and like what I told someone on last night, it shows that Bama's still the standard, and they're coming in and to our coaching ranks again, and they are, getting our coaches, and that's actually a shout out about to Coach DeBoer and everything, and so to show that he's molding coaches too. I mean, that's a cool thing. Now, this the other thing. Now, Stephen, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that's the way it is, bro. I don't think that's the way it is. I don't think it is, because now, when you say, just imagine how players feel knowing their coach don't give up about them. Stephen, I don't think that's true. I'm not saying it because it's Shep. I'm not saying it because I don't think that's the way it is. Sometimes, Stephen, in life, and you know this, man, things happen at a crazy time. And I know we don't want to hear this, but I'm just going to use it in this vernacular right here, Bishop. When God blesses you sometime, God don't wait until it's convenient for you and for everybody else all the time. He doesn't do that. Life doesn't do that. Sometimes some things are presented to us right then and right there. Here's the other thing. How can I put this? When all of this stuff came up, I'm pretty sure Coach DeBoer knew, Greg Byrne knew, Courtney Morgan knew. I think everybody involved on the staff knew that Coach Shep was either going to apply for it or that Oregon State was going to come for him. Now, why do I say that? Let's consider, Bishop, when Penn State came after Coach DeBoer, what did Greg Burns say? He gave them permission.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say is like knowing the situation. I know he first got permission. Hey, I would like to interview for this this job. They gave him permission. So
they gave him permission. Exactly. So it ain't like, Stephen, that he didn't give a rat's behind about Alabama. I don't think that's how it is, because you just don't, I'm sorry to say this, but here we go. You just don't put your life on hold at the expense of for somebody else. Something just don't work out that way. You might call it selfish, you might call it whatever, but Coach Shep wanted to be a head coach as well. The time came up, and that's the way that they operated. And then the other part of that, Bishop just said it, I just said it, you can go check the record. If the administration in which he was serving gave Oregon State permission to talk to him, then, bruh, that's that.
Yeah. Once they give permission, that means he went through the right protocol to let them know, hey, I'm not trying to dupe you. I value you, so I'm asking for permission to interview, knowing that if I am one of the finalists and picked, then you know that I will be going to them.
Yeah.
But he went through the proper protocol. Once you go through the protocol, you got to be okay with it's just the prevailing situation with the NCAA, where everything is situated where a lot of universities are trying to get their coaches in so they can start recruiting. Because you got to remember, next week starts
recruiting. Really, it starts with the early signing day.
Yeah.
Early signing day. Yeah. Next week. It's on us, folks. It's on us. So shout out to Coach Shep, man. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you. And listen, Bama fans. This is not the first time we've seen this. It's not the first time. All schools go through it. All of them. Oklahoma goes through it. Nebraska goes through it. Ohio State goes through it. Everybody goes through it.
Hey, Piano Man. Just be lucky he went through the proper protocol. We had one that made a decision in the middle of the night, and next thing we know, next morning, he's in Southern California.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, hint. Well, what was the 15, 16 president name? Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln.
And so but listen, wish him well. Wish him well. I mean, you may not like it, but listen, I'm gonna say it like we used to say it in the street, Bishop. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You know what? Being a former coach, it's never easy. But understand, you got to look at it's the NCAA, the way they have everything. These universities can't afford to wait. So with the prevailing situation, once he got the permission, they were well aware that he has the goods to be able to be the head coach. So once they gave the permission, you're basically telling them, hey, we think he's ready, and let him interview for it. We give him permission to interview.
Yeah, and so I mean, and Ice, I mean not Ice, but and come on, an Icebox Roll Tide to you. But Stephen, can I tell you something? It becomes a distraction when you make it one. That's what the deal is there. It becomes a distraction when you make it a distraction. To me, it's not a distraction. Why? Because it happens all the time. It becomes a distraction. It becomes a stumbling block. It becomes a hiccup when you make it one. And so things are the way that they are. You can fuss and complain all you want, but he made a choice. And then And the crazy part about it is Bama gave Oregon State the permission to talk to him, gave Jamarcus Shepard the permission to talk to him. Jamarcus Shepard, they interviewed and everything.
So,
Wait a minute now.
yeah, go ahead.
Hold up on that.
Because what I was going to tell him, why you think Lane Kiffin saga is so important, knowing that the signing day is coming up?
That's it. I mean, you know, that part needs to be fixed. The part that needs to be fixed is the recruiting doesn't need to start until after the season has ended.
Correct.
Okay, I can give you that, but the part is it's not. See, we can talk about if and what needs to be, but let's talk about what is. It needs to be figured out. You can't serve two masters no matter whether you follow protocol or not. Well, so let me ask y'all this, and I'm not gonna get hung up on this because the decision has been made. But what did y'all expect Shep to do? What did you expect Oregon State to do? You can't think for people. You can't tell them what to do just because it's you. And then number two, Shep wanted this job. He wanted the job. So what was he supposed to do? Just stay a wide receivers coach forever? Maybe this was the one opportunity that came along. He took it, whether we liked it or not. So you're right. No man can serve two masters. You can't serve two masters no matter whether you follow the protocol or not. So that's why he chose the job. It's a sticky situation. And in the words of the late Archie Bunker, it's a real kick in the head. But that's the reality of it. But the part that needs to be fixed is the recruiting doesn't need to start until after the season. Recruiting until after the season is ended. I hate to tell you this, but recruiting is an ongoing thing. During the season, after the season.
Now, if he says signing, if you make an amendment and say signing day, absolutely. Signing day should be after. That way, nobody has a advantage, because anybody that don't go to the playoffs has an advantage, over others, because they can start on their signing day.
But recruiting is a different story. Recruiting always goes on. They're going to talk to these players, and check this out, Diane, because here's the other part of that, and this is for everybody. These players also reach out. That's how you get the confusion in the transfer portal a lot of times, not just in recruiting from the high school perspective, but also in the transfer portal, because your problem really is not in recruiting. Your problem, the biggest problem, is in the transfer portal. And then number two, the other problem is, and what we're dealing with the coaching part is the coaches are the same way. It falls under the same guys, if you will. I mean, but that's just one of those things where I just believe Coach Shep made the best decision for himself.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And big salute to him. Hey, at least he was willing to go through. I know you'll miss him, and you got some feelings toward it, but he went through the proper steps. Like I said, once you go through the proper steps, that university and everybody that granted that interview know that of the prevailing situation, that if he was chosen, it would be around this time. So it's not like it surprised them. They knew that it was deal, but they still had to go through the process. That's all. And hey, big salute. Anytime you take that leap of faith, that means you're betting on yourself. And I'll get behind anybody that bet on themselves and step out on the water.
Okay. So don't sweat it. But like Steven said, we don't need the distraction. But I'm going back again and say it only becomes a distraction if you make it one. If you notice, and watch this. And I want to give a shout out, since we're on this subject of how some things are going. I want to give a shout out to both Coach DeBoer, Kane Womack, others. They all knew what was going on with this and didn't utter a word.
Facts.
Not
they were
one
behind them.
word.
They were behind them.
They were behind him. I'm just saying now, Coach DeBoer, and listen, I've heard Coach DeBoer almost every day this week. He has not said anything. And as a matter of fact, when Coach Womack's name came up about, was it Oklahoma State? No. Well, yeah, Oklahoma State. And then like a day or so later, it came up about Arkansas. What did Coach Womack say? I will not be talking about other opportunities at this time. Don't you think they already knew what was going on with Coach Shep right then and there? Yeah, they knew. But it was not their place to report it. That's how you avoid something becoming a distraction. Just like that. Just like that. So with that being said, Diane, you're right. The part needs to be fixed. I don't the recruiting, all that kind of stuff, dear, that's an ongoing thing. I think that the process of some things, of the whole construct, needs to be fixed. But sad case though, Diane, this is gonna be the hard part right here, dear. You can't tell grown folks what to do. That's what's gonna be right there. The heart wants what it wants. And so I'm still saying shout out to Coach Shep. And I like the way that it was handled. It hurts us as a fan base. And I don't know what's going on in the locker room. I'm not even trying to think for them. But but there are some cases. Let me say there are some stories, and then we're gonna get to where we're getting to get out of here. There are some stories, Bishop, that are circulating that either he stays or he goes. I'm one story saying he's going to stay, and another story said he's gone, and this, that, and the third. We don't know. We'll see. But I tell you this: we're still playing Auburn on Saturday. We still have a goal to reach, whether Coach Shep is there or he's not. Auburn still awaits us. Our goals and dreams still await us, and they're still attainable. It's up to Alabama to go out there and play. Not because you control the things that you can control, and those things that you can't control, you leave them in the hands of he who can control it. And in this case, that was Coach Shep. And so, but Bama still has business to take care of, which we are about to get to, because we got some games coming up today. To be honest, let me get them up. Let me get them a click here. Yeah. I could care less about what Lane Kiffin does. I could care less. And what here we go, right here we go. Let's do this thing. And so what everybody does, hey, God bless you, bid you Godspeed, and that's how that goes. All right. but I think some things need to be fixed, but it is what it is. But today, Bishop, we got a heavy day in football. And here in the next few minutes, Bishop, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, right up there in Stark Vegas, Mississippi, better known as Starkville. And Ole Miss goes paying a visit.
Cowbell Nation.
Cowbell City, baby. Cowbell City. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. And let me tell y'all something now. And trust Piano Man, I live here in the state. And anybody else who's over here in the state of Mississippi knows this. When it comes down to the Egg Bowl, all bets are off the table. All bets are off the table, because I want to tell y'all something. And Bishop, help me out here. There are some times that Mississippi State, when Ole Miss has this big schedule, has this big ranking, got this big grandiose team, this, that, and the third, some way, somehow or another, Mississippi State pulls
finds a way,
rabbit out the hat.
Facts.
And defeats Ole Miss. And so,
Facts.
Bishop, how do you see this game today?
Whew. Here's what I will say. I believe that Jeff Levy's offense can move the ball on Miss University of Mississippi, and it's up predicated on their defense. Can they do enough to stymie them? And it being their home and a home game for them, I'm going for an upset 31-28 Mississippi State.
Ooh, boy, Bishop. Boy, you got the gumbo started early this morning. Man, yeah. I'm gonna say this. Stephen brought up the word distractions. See, you got to be careful what you say around me, because I have this tendency a lot of times of taking what you say, and I can weave this web, if you will. This game has a lot of implications to it, which all surround Ole Miss. Everything we all know, ain't no sense, don't act like you don't know. We all know what's happening at Ole Miss, and I'm gonna tell you what. I go so far and say this: Lane Kiffin playing game. He's doing Lane Kiffin things. He's playing games. And which I'm not going to, my next statement I was going to say, so I'm going to delete that statement from my brain. But Ole Miss is playing, Lane Kiffin is playing games. With that being said, Ole Miss has a lot on the line in more ways than one. Mississippi State is more or less playing right about now for a chance at a bowl game. That's what's happening there. They're playing for a bowl game, but they also, Bishop, they want to be this team that'll say, yes, Ole Miss, we them cats that kept you from getting to the next level. Ole Miss can't really afford to lose this game. I don't think they can. If there's an upset that's going to happen, it's going to happen right here at this game. Mississippi State defeating Ole Miss. And Bishop, I can see it now. If State can pull this off, Lane Kiffin leaves tonight. Lane Kiffin leaves tonight. I'm telling you, man. See, for those of us that watch some things from a critical standpoint, we all know what he's really waiting on. We all know. But I hope Mississippi State gives him what he's not expecting. And that's a loss. So for me, so Bishop, I'm gonna stand with you, bro. You're playing in Stark Vegas. The scene is set. The mood is right. Everything is cool. Everything's out of sight. And everything is just right for a Mississippi State upset. So I'm going to say, what was your score, Bishop?
31-28.
31-28. I'm going to say 28-25 Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And send Lane Kiffin to wherever he wants to go, except Alabama. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Yeah, Send them, send, you're out of here, pal. You're out of here, pal. And so, what's up, Jacory? Good morning. Roll Tide. As the world is turning, good morning and Roll Tide. But anyway, I want Mississippi State to send that dude packing, man. Send him packing. He's getting all of this attention. And that's what he is. He's an attention seeker. He's an attention seeker. I'm just saying. He's an attention seeker. And so, given that business, Mississippi State, I'll be most glad. I'll be most happy, you know. Yeah, you know. YouTube settled their dispute. Good. I still don't watch YouTube TV. I don't give a what they said. But anyway, that's your first one at 11 o'clock Central. You have Utah and Kansas playing at the same time. You have Georgia and Georgia Tech. Some people tending to think that Georgia Tech might upset Georgia. I doubt it.
Yeah,
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. You have Indiana and Purdue, and then tonight, Bishop. This is the game I want to highlight right here because this game has a lot of implications to it as far as the SEC goes. And I know some folks, there are some folks that I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. But let me tell you something. But I'm still going to be an advocate of pay attention to what's going on around you. Yeah. They play at 11. Ty Simpson, bro. What's up, Ty? What's up, man? Roll Tide. But Texas A&M and Texas. Bishop, what you got?
Horns down. But this is the one time that I gotta. Nah. Texas A&M 7 is 28-21 over the Shorthorns.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and like I said, we're having a short show today because I got to get ready for the first game. Ole Miss, and it's some important games, Good morning, Ebony. Roll Tide to you, and go and again, congratulations to them Cleveland Browns. But here we go. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I want to go back in time. Good morning, Jacory. Roll Tide. I'm going back in time about this rivalry here because it is one of the true rivalries that we have in college football. But in my opinion, nothing's no bigger than Alabama Auburn and the Iron Bowl. But this Texas A&M Texas rivalry is very much serious, and the people of the citizens of Texas take it serious, especially the representatives of Texas A&M and Texas. So here we go. Let's deal with Texas. Texas is 8-3. Now, what did I tell y'all at the beginning of the season, Bishop? Everybody kept saying, in every football magazine that I got, Texas was picked to win the national championship. Everybody remembers that. Arch Manning was already handed the Heisman Trophy. Me and a few other folks at the very first game of the year said that Ohio State would be that team to put Texas on a path, beat them, and show the other folks how to beat Texas. Two other teams took the Ohio State blueprint and started beating Texas. Now Texas is at 8-3. All right. Texas has played, I would just say they've underachieved. They were just overhyped. Not to say that Sark is not a good coach, because he is. I just don't believe that he had the guys to play this year, and as he had in past years. They're in a rebuilding year. So, and other teams played them, called them, took advantage of some things, and beat Texas. Arch Manning, on the other hand, did not play up to speed. I think that a lot of pressure was on him, and he just didn't perform. And so, as a team, and I know it's not all on Archbishop, but I know it's not all on Arch.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And because you're Manning and everything, a lot of expectations are going to be on you simply because of the fact that you're Archie's grandson and you're Peyton and Eli's nephew. A lot of big shoes to fill, a lot of pressure on you. But hey, Arch Manning didn't, he just didn't live up to the bill in his first year as a starter. Texas A&M, on the other hand, Bishop, they went through their competition.
Yeah, I know.
They did what they did what they did. Now
they played their schedule.
They played their schedule. They played their schedule, and they beat everybody. But now, and I want to say this to you, ladies and gents. Here's Texas A&M's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right here. Texas is Texas A&M's kryptonite. And they're playing them in Austin. Playing them in Austin. So here we go. There is a lot on the line right here. A lot on the line. First of all, Ty Simpson-Burner, how's Texas in the conversation about anything with 3 losses? They're not really in the conversation. That's people putting them in the conversation. Bruh, they are ranked number 16. But what has to happen, Ty, is that there's a lot of things that has to go on in front of Texas in order for them to be in the conversation. So that's people putting them in the conversation, but they're ranked number 16 right now. That's 4 away from the final spot of the 12. See, so they're not in the conversation.
Not only that, just remember the 11th and 12th is already really assigned. You just got to put that in. So only 10 spots available.
Only 10 spots available. Texas is not even in the running. But what Texas is in the same position that Auburn is in. Now, watch me now. They're in the same position that Auburn is in to play spoiler role. That's the part right there. I said all that to say this. Texas A&M knows that really that they can beat Texas knows that they can beat Texas A&M. I think the trend continues. I believe Texas A&M goes down today. I believe that they will. Now, here we go. I don't want nobody to get it confused that I'm pulling for Texas. No, you're asking me who do I think wins the game. I'm telling you Texas wins the game. I would love to see Texas A&M up in there. Want me to tell you how? Because of one thing and one thing only. They're playing in Austin.
And plus you want to play Georgia.
And then that's the other part. Now some folks say that you can't beat a team twice in a year. Georgia did it to Texas last year, right? Right. I think Texas wins the game. And so as the world says, Georgia and Texas A&M loses today. Nah. Georgia Tech won't beat Georgia. I'm sorry. Won't beat them. I've already told y'all this. Georgia will not lose anymore until if Bama pulls this off tomorrow and gets to play if they play Georgia in the SEC championship game, that's where Georgia's other loss will come in. I'm telling you, I believe that. But anyway, but back to Texas, I think Texas beats them.
Okay.
Texas beats them.
I hear you. It's probably my hatred for Texas,
I know.
but you know, I will say this: if Georgia Tech beats them, the line is 21-1 for them to beat. So anybody that goes with Georgia Tech and they do pull it off, whoo, and I'm not a better, but 21-1, that's a whole lot of geezers.
You got that right, man. I tell you what, anybody that takes Georgia Tech to beat Georgia today at those odds right there, and if you just put $20 on that, you are rich. And the higher you go, you already know what's up. But anybody that takes Georgia Tech today and Georgia Tech pulls it off, it's gonna be something to see. I mean, your bank account gonna look mighty sweet. Your bank account gonna look mighty sweet. But I think Texas beats them.
I got you.
You know, I think Texas beats them. And then at the end of the day, it's going to be Bama, Georgia in the SEC championship, from what I've called from the start. What if Purdue beats Indiana? Not happening.
Nah. look, you just did the pause just for happenstance. Not happening. No.
Not happening.
That team is they in their wheelhouse right now. I don't see it.
Not happening.
Now the playoffs, that's different.
That's different. But in this regular season game, Jeff, not happening. It ain't happening, player. It ain't happening. So, which leads me to, I believe Georgia beats Georgia Tech. Indiana's going to beat Purdue. Texas is going to beat Texas A&M. Arizona State, flip a quarter and there you
yeah. I'll go ASU. I used to live in Tempe, so ASU.
Hey, good morning, Ebony. Roll Tide to you again, and congratulations to them Cleveland Browns and all that good stuff, and everybody else is in the chat. But
yes,
let's get into and and right quick for about the next 5-6 minutes, and so we know we have Alabama Auburn tomorrow. I won't be having a show. I have a funeral to play for. And so I've got to get to that. So anyway, but if I do, if I see that I can sneak one in, I will. But anyway, but right quick, I want to read something to you. For as much as, and this is what they're saying about Auburn's defense. I'm gonna read something, but I want to get down to a part where I want to talk about right quick. For as much as Auburn's offense has been a train wreck for the most of the year, this is coming from Yahoo, for the rest of the year, their defense has generally been one of the better units in the SEC. They had an argument to be considered the best until Vanderbilt hung 45 on them a couple of weeks ago. Defensive coordinator DJ Durkin has hopped between SEC schools for years now as a blitz-happy play caller and has had the Tigers' front seven playing as well as anyone in the country. Durkin has now been promoted to interim head coach, and while the Tigers did get a nice moral victory by having a great defensive performance against Vandy, the defense fell apart. Was it because Durkin was no longer focused on defense? You know, who knows? The article goes on to say, in any case, the Auburn defense is one of the best in the country. And remember, I told you all that a couple of days ago. One of the best in the country at stopping the run. Now, listen to this. They're stuffing runs at a 29% rate, just ahead of Oklahoma, Bishop. Just ahead of Oklahoma and behind only Indiana, and are tied with Texas Tech for the least PPA, the predicted points added, allowed on rushing plays. That front seven is downright impenetrable. On the other hand, here's where it gets crazy. and I'm going somewhere with this. On the other hand, the Tigers are at the bottom quartile in the country in both PPA and explosiveness in the passing game. It's the opposite of the bend but don't break defense. They either stuff you for zero or they give up big chunk passes. Up front, defensive tackle Malik Blockton and Bobby Jamison Travis have been a massive duo walling up the middle with Jamison Travis somehow racking up 31 tackles, fifth on the team from a nose tackle position. Then there are the edges, Keldrick Faulk, which is one of the best pass rushers in the SEC a year ago, and with his 6'6", 280 frame, the pass rushing chops. He generally gets mocked to be a top 15 pick in the upcoming draft, even if his sack production is down, has taken a dip this year. All right. Here we go. A couple of little housekeeping items. He says his bookend, Kieran Crawford has exploded with Faulk drawing attention. Crawford has a team high 38 QB pressures and 5 sacks. Right? Even with that formidable front, the real heart of the defense is the linebacker group. Xavier Atkins has been incredible after transferring from LSU. The 210, 200-pound speedster is a Bednarik Award semifinalist and leads the team with 15.5 tackles for loss and 7.5 sacks. He's a blitzing phenom that Durkin moves all around to find ways for him to get into the backfield. He's flanked by Robert Woodyard, a veteran 245-pounder who's more traditional thumper and run stopper up the middle. This part got me right here, Bishop. Our old pal DeMarcus Riddick is still rotating in too, but rumor has it that he's still grasping at Jalen Milroe's dust trail somewhere near the sidelines at Bryant-Denny Stadium, better known as Saban Field. The secondary has been less rosy for the Tigers. Cornerback Kayan Lee has been solid, but Jay Crawford, Sylvester Smith, and Rayshawn Pleasant have all struggled throughout the season in coverage and with tackling in space, and none of them have been bad, but they haven't been particularly good either. So when you put it all down, here's what the part I want to get to and what he said about Alabama. He said, this one is going to come down to, just to put it all in a nutshell, this is one is going to come down to how Ty Simpson and the O-line handles the blitz. Atkins will be coming often, and Simpson and the running backs will have to pick him up and get the ball out. They've proven they can do that early in the season, but they also failed spectacularly at it against Oklahoma. The good news is that Auburn doesn't have the defensive backfield that Oklahoma does to really lock things down as the pass rush works on. That's all I'm going to read for that. And you can find that in Yahoo if you want to read the whole article and everything talking about Auburn's defense.
Come on. Come on. Stop. Hey, Auburn, you better be ready for Bama because they're not going to get got twice. Just saying. Now, look, we had our wars, but that woke up something in them, and you better be you better be willing to die for it today, to this weekend.
I'm telling you, here's what I think, and I've been saying this all along. And I heard something this morning on the Martin Houston show. Shout out to Martin Houston, Xavier, and Simeon, who were on this morning. Ty has to let it fly. That's what they said this morning. Ty has to let it fly. He said, if Ty lets it fly and trust the play, trust what he sees, trust it. Don't just wait on the play to develop, but know that the play is going to develop. It's going to get there. I let it fly, Bama wins this. Bama wins this. Bama wins. Good morning, Anitra. Roll Tide to you.
No, Bama will win if they play complimentary. He trusts what he sees, but also you sprinkle in enough run to keep them off balance. So when he does let it fly, he's flying it to open wide receivers.
Yeah, and so
and don't forget about the tight end.
Yeah,
they don't cover the tight end. Let me say that again. You do not do well with tight end drag.
I'm gonna tell you what, and we do know Josh Cuevas is out. We know Josh Cuevas is out, but we have other guys that can literally play. And I believe that our offense, along with Ty, has to take advantage of the fact that you have other weapons that can play the position. Utilize your weapons. Get out of your own head. Get your nerves under control. Get your nerves under control. And if Ty does that, I believe Bama wins this game and shuts up everybody. Everybody. And so if I have to give a prediction, I've said, I'll go so far and say, I believe that this time, and later on in this article that I just read, Bishop, the guy, the guy who wrote it said that this could probably be the week that Bama actually puts over 30 points on the board. And
I don't doubt it.
This could probably be the week, but it's all going to depend on that O-line. And I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's really talking about Bama's defense. What's there to discuss? The proof is in the words of Coach Sean, our brother. The proof is in the details. Yes, Ty Simpson Burner. I think he's going to be out for a while. I think he's going to be out. Okay.
Cuevas?
Cuevas, yes. Something. Let me see here.
Here's my score. 38-28, Bama.
Let me go back to mine. I said 35-20. Because I'm gonna tell you where the difference is going to come in. And if there are any Auburn fans listening, it doesn't matter. Here we go. At some point or another, y'all going, whether you want to or not, you're going to play Jackson Arnold somewhere. You're going to have to play it. I'm sorry, Auburn. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But let me tell you something. You're going to have to play Jackson Arnold somewhere at some time in this game. You're going to need more than Ashton Daniels. You're going to need more than Deuce Knight. You're going to have to play Jackson Arnold somewhere to keep things exciting, because if you don't, which I really believe this will also be the game, Bishop, and we're getting ready to get out of here. This will also be the game, Bishop, where Alabama's defense is going to show up in an unusual fashion where they're going to put the stop on Auburn's offense. I believe that with my heart. Why? Because Auburn's offense has struggled, and they're still struggling. They don't want and you know what? And Auburn knows it. They know it. But I'm telling you, now Auburn is not going to score 20 points on our defense. I wouldn't say that, Stephen. Come on now. This is Auburn, Alabama. A lot of crazy stuff happens. But I'm telling you, 35-20. Come on now. This is Auburn we're talking about. Lots of things happen. Lots of things happen in this game. Like Jeff said, I think it was Jeff, somebody said earlier, sometimes you got to take them crimson colored glasses off. This is Auburn we're talking about. And those guys are coming to play. But I think that what happens is that somewhere along the line, Alabama's going to take the game over, Bishop, and then that's when the bottom falls out.
Yeah,
that's when the bottom falls out.
Well, put it like this: after the Oklahoma game, I think y'all woke up.
Yeah.
And truthfully, I wouldn't. You're needing this game because you need to go in there and go be a gladiator. So that's what y'all need to go do. Go be a gladiator.
Yep. Good morning, Susan. The business is, quit playing, girl. I'm telling you, hide and watch. But Stephen, I'm telling you, bro, this is Alabama Auburn, and they're playing at night. And I know you don't care, but I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I think it's gonna be 35-20. I think they will get 20 points on them. Crazy stuff happens. Now I don't believe in no voodoo stuff. I just believe that play when Alabama comes to town, it's just one of those games where all the traditional, conventional, the stuff that makes sense, you got to take that out the window. Got to throw that out the window. And now you got to, everything is on the line. Auburn is playing spoiler role. I'm telling you now, Auburn is playing spoiler role. They're trying to play spoiler because oh gosh, I don't even want to say this, Bishop, but if Alabama loses this game, it's over. It's over. That's how, Bishop, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. And
that's why I say,
man, we got to be realistic. Look at AA right here. I'm telling you, Auburn is going to do something they hadn't done all year. All of a sudden, Auburn's going to figure out how to play football. I got that from AA. When they played when Bama played South Carolina was playing like garbage until Alabama came to town. Jacory, I'll check it today. I looked for it yesterday and I didn't see it, but I will go back and check. I sure will. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying now, I'm not saying that Auburn's going to win the game, but I think the game is just going to be 35-20. I saw Jeff say 35-21. I think that's where it's going to be somewhere. And there are others who are predicting even closer than that. Simply
I just don't. Now, anything can happen in the Iron Bowl, but you got too much on the line. Bama has way too much on the line, and you guys need to hold the line. You need to help the players hold the line because, hey, you got to, in order for you to have everything you want in this playoffs, you need to go ahead and take this. And you know what, Jordan Hare? With all you bring up to it, hey, you got some. You're standing in the way of what we need. So, sorry, not sorry. Got to handle business. Unfinished business.
Too much. There's too much business on the line, and so Bama cannot go in pussyfooting around. Can't do it. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm done. No, and Kimberly, Oklahoma plays LSU tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Yeah, Oklahoma plays LSU. Bedlam is a thing of the past. Can I put this? We got to match Auburn's energy. We got to match their energy. We've got to match it. Matter of fact, we've got to exceed it. That place gonna be jumping. We got to tune out there. You got
to silence them. You got to silence
them. And that's not easy to do. It's not easy to do.
Get ready for a war. That's it.
Get ready for it. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. I still believe Bama wins. but I don't see a blowout. No. Oklahoma's in the same boat. Lose to LSU and you're out. See, that's what Bishop and I've been saying all along. This thing is the gauntlet. This is the definition of the gauntlet. This is the definition. Is when your backs are against the wall.
Hey, nobody thought Oklahoma would even be in the conversation. Those young men have believed that they're hard to kill, and they got that from watching all the gladiators. And so, bottom line is, if you're gonna go through the gauntlet, you can't fear anything. You got to go in knowing that no matter what, we're gonna show up and we're gonna put 10 toes on the line, and let's go do business.
Yep, I'm just saying. Jeff said no prisoners in the SEC. It's straight casualties, man.
There you go.
No prisoners in the SEC. It's straight casualties. And I'm telling you now, a few of these games are casualty games. I'm just saying. They're casualty games. You might not want to hear it, but casualty games.
I will say this. Hey, if you can't go 1-0 this weekend, you don't deserve it.
That's the truth. So let's call it for what it is, folks.
Yeah.
Let's call it for what it is. So
it's time to lock in.
Bama's going to lose, but I'm just saying I think it's going to be close until Bama begins to overtake them. But it can't be any letdowns. Don't play down to your opponent. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
And no turnovers.
And no turnovers. No turnovers of any sort. I ain't just talking about tying fumbling. I'm not just talking about tying interception. I'm talking about running backs. Hold on to the ball. Wide receivers, hold on to the ball. Watch the penalties. Man, these things play into the complexion of a game. And you're playing in Auburn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. So you already know you got to play the referees them. So let's get ready. So, hey, do everything by the book and go take their heart. Go in there and do what you got to do.
Dr. Crystal, one of the last thing, a lot of people could see their playoff dreams end this weekend. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. A lot of them. If Ryan is dropping balls tomorrow, is it still a fluke? It depends on how you take it. But yeah, you know, I'm just telling you now. All I'm saying, yeah, and Stephen, you're right. Bama knows what's at stake, and Auburn does too. Everybody in the participation line knows what's at stake tomorrow. It's all going to depend on who wants what the most. Do Auburn want to upset Auburn? I mean, does Auburn want to upset Alabama more than Alabama wants to win? Time gonna tell. That's all I'm saying. So Bama knows what's at stake. Better, yeah. What's up, training my dragon? What the business is, girl? You know, quit playing, girl. What you listening, looking, and lurking for? That's my job. Roll Tide KT. You know what the business is. Quit playing, girl. But I'm just saying, we're getting ready to go here. I got to get on up out of here. Got a lot to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
man, have a great day today, my brother.
All right. Salute everybody. Hey,
shalom to
lock
you, J.
in.
Cole.
Yeah, shalom. And if anything, the bottom line is you want everything to be on the line, because that way nobody's going to slip on this game. So, hey.
And so,
what's that saying you guys say?
What's that?
You know what you say.
I say a lot of stuff, Bishop.
Something about you don't like how you put it.
Which one?
You don't like you guys absolutely worse.
Oh, we wish you nothing. We wish
Hey.
you nothing. Where's Stephen Hicks in the voice of the No Mercy? You know, we Stephen Hicks. Stephen Hicks, hit it, sir. Stephen says it the best. Stephen and OG Gill says it the best. Hit it, Stephen. I'm gonna let Stephen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Stephen say it on the way out.
There you go.
Oh wait, I'm gonna let Stephen handle that. Stephen, handle the light work, sir. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. The absolute worst. I'm telling you now, in my big four, I don't know who I can't stand the most. The Dallas Cowboys, Auburn, LSU, or the Devil. I'm telling you, man, them my big four right there. And when you make it into the Devil status, that means you hell-bound. So yeah, I said it without saying it. That's what I think.
But hey, big salute to everybody. Hey, we're at the end of the gauntlet. We told you about the gauntlet. It will reveal some stuff about your teams and what type of heart you have. So let's go in and take what's rightfully ours.
Cause listen, there it is, Stephen. We don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. The No Mercy crew still wishes nothing but the worst. And I will say the absolute worst for everyone else except Bama. That's it right there. The absolute worst. So that Bishop, you said it right, bro. Got to come in, got to make it happen. Got to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. We know what's on the line. Let's get it and everything. But before I go, I would like to say continue prayers with Jeff saying for the 2 National Guardsmen who, this is why I say, man, we appreciate your service, man.
Yeah, appreciate your service.
Ago, and I saw coming through my news feed last night that one of them did pass away. One did pass away. So
condolences to the families.
To the families, and speedy recovery to the others. And so let's pray for our country, man. Pray for our country. Leave all the politics out of it. We need the Lord to help us in this hour and everything. But as far as that, but after that, we need Bama to come and play their best ball. Susan said we're going to beat the Cal College if we play Bama ball. And right about now, we've got to play. So anyway, let's make it happen. And that's going to be the end of the show. Got to go. Salute. Bishop, as always, my brother, salute. Shalom to you, my friend.
Shalom.
I'm going to talk real soon. Ja'Cory, I will answer your message. This text message is coming. I'm getting tickled, man. I got to get off here.
All right, bro. All right. One love, everybody. Salute.
Wait a minute, Coach. I got somebody in the chat that's texting me talking about they listening, lurking. They listening, looking, and lurking. But thanks to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you for coming today. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you and all that good stuff. I'm laughing at my text messages, man. Folks didn't even know. Folks don't. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. But somebody listening, looking, and lurking, and don't even know. I don't know what they doing, man. But anyway.
All right, you guys.
Technology is funny, man. Technology is something else. But anyway, thanks for everybody coming and everything. And I hope everyone had a blessed Thanksgiving and a time with your family and everything. There's the governor. Good morning, Governor. Roll Tide, Governor. Good morning, Zach. See, we get ready to get out of here. Everybody just trying to show up. They showing up at the benediction. At least they gonna get the final blessing. Bishop, we look at it. Governor, you be amazing. Who looking and lurking? But anyway, and just remember, everybody, we're coming into the Christmas season. Remember what the real meaning of Christmas is about. And it's, even though for those of us who are Jesus believers, we know that we're celebrating his birth and this, that, and the third, but we also celebrate what he stood for. And Jesus stood for teaching people what was right, loving people regardless, except Auburn. And except Auburn, except for Dallas, Auburn, and LSU, and the devil, Georgia and Tennessee. He teaches against that. But anyway, he teaches about loving everybody, getting along with each other. We know it's hard to do, but remember what I tell you all every day: stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. And remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I promise you can. And so with that being said, with all of the other preliminaries, forget them trees and all that other stuff. Forget them trees. Forget LSU. Forget Auburn. Forget them trees, the hedges, and them dream-colored sickles from Tennessee. Forget them. Forget them. Forget them. And like you said, Super Twister, good morning, Twister, is Alabama versus the world. But tomorrow is Alabama versus Auburn, and we got to have it. We got to have it. So with that being said, Buster, 3-stroke Charlie, 4-stroke Fred, 5-stroke Coach, and anybody else about to have a stroke, y'all have a great day and everything. And the Lord willing, we will see you all probably tomorrow night after the game. Ja'Cory, I'm about to hop on your check on your message now and everything. And everything else, have a great day. Bishop, again, thank you for coming. Twister, Rock,
one thing, it's time to be hard to kill. It's time to be hard to kill.
So the word of the week, Iron Bowl. Iron Bowl. The GM finally made it. Good morning. Roll Tide to you. But we getting ready to get out of here.
All right, you guys.
Everybody to have a great day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the weekend. And if I see that I can squeeze in a show in the morning, I'll get there. But let's go get ready. Hey, just go handle your business today. And hopefully 3-stroke Charlie doesn't play tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to say behind that.
Gotta go.
I ain't got nothing to say behind that. Y'all have a great day, and the Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow. Bishop, shalom to you. Have a great day today, and Roll Tide to everyone else. Piano Man is out.